Hello folks, my name is Mark and this is Why I Hate the World. How you guys doing? So this is a video about Ebola, and so all I hear about all fucking day is Ebola. It's on the news, it's on the radio, and people are losing their minds over this. But the more that you look at it, more you look at the situation, the more you realize that people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And here's the thing, okay? This, first off, the outbreak has been happening since last August in, West Africa, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and other countries around there. And I think so far over, 3,000 people or something? A very large number of people have died from this, And, no one gave a shit about it for a month, 2 months. Nobody cared until it hit America, obviously. And that's understandable because, Africa might as well be the moon. It's, 1,000 miles away or 3,000 miles away or however far away it is and whatever, right? But people are just going fucking crazy over it now because now it's in America, The Republicans are screaming that we need travel bans from these countries and shit like that. And the thing is, if you restrict travel from these countries, then doctors and relief workers and shit can't move freely in between here and there. And that's not going to really help us. The thing is, if we can stop it at the source, then we don't have to worry about people coming from there to here to infect us, right? Cutting off travel from that and keeping it down to like charter flights and stuff just increases the cost. And it's not a good way to go about it. And another reason is because when people come, only somewhere in the area of about 100 people or so come here, per day on a flight from, Africa. I mean, there's not a lot of travel, right? And the thing is, when it's done openly, then you can track where those people are. You can screen them for symptoms, that kind of thing, versus if you were to like cut it off, then people would become sneaking over here and then they would just show up one day and then an outbreak would happen and you wouldn't know where it came from or whatever. Right, so it's a lot better. I mean, this is what the CDC recommends. This is what they're recommending, that we don't restrict travel from there. I mean, why don't we listen to what the fucking experts say, right? The thing is that I do want to bring up one other point when it comes to travel bans, is that there is a racial component to this, right? And I know what you people are thinking out there now. You're like, oh no, he's bringing up the race card. It's like, yeah, I am, okay, and I don't give a fuck, right? Because it's true. Imagine if this outbreak started in Europe, in a country, like Sweden or England, right? Do you think that, the Republicans and the conservatives would be calling for a travel ban if it started in Europe? Okay, just think real hard about that, okay? Or Spain or France or something, right? No, okay, they wouldn't. And you know why? Because white people live there, okay? That's the unspoken thing. That's going unspoken here. It's like, it's perfectly fucking fine if it's in Africa, far away in some third world country where everybody's black, right? I mean, do you think if it happened in Europe that it would have taken a month and a half for it to start becoming news here, and that for us to actually start sending help and relief and stuff like that? I don't think so, okay? I think it would have, as soon as, the outbreak started, a lot more would have been done, okay? And, call me, I mean, if you're going to come out and say that I'm, playing the race card here, whatever, right? I think it's fucking true, okay? So, it's things that, but, people ignored it, right? People ignored it until it hit home, and that's the second thing I want to talk about here. Because people are losing their fucking minds now that it's in America. It's on the news 24/7. It's on radio. There's a local radio station that I listen to here, and every 10 minutes, it's your new Ebola update, right? In this big announcer voice and everything, right? The thing is that as of this video, only 2 people in America have caught this disease, okay? But the way they're talking about it on the news and shit, you'd think that we're in the middle of a major fucking catastrophe, right? You'd think that, we're in the middle, they're making it sound like it's a fucking zombie apocalypse and, civilization is fucking collapsing, right? And there's 2 people have it, okay? It's bullshit, and, there's not, roving gangs of fucking lunatics running around looting and raping and stuff because Ebola is killing everybody, alright? You don't need 2 weeks worth of food and water in your house and be prepared and all that shit. It's bullshit, okay? This is not, this is not a movie. It's not Outbreak with fucking Dustin Hoffman chasing a monkey around and shit in a helicopter and the feds are getting ready to nuke us to stop the spreading disease and shit. That's crap, okay? I mean, I keep hearing these news stories. Like, for instance, there was a story a little while ago about a nurse who treated the first person in America to have it. And the guy's name was Duncan something. I got it right here. Eric Duncan. That was his name. He came from Liberia over here. And, they checked him into a hospital in Texas. And then one of the nurses got it and then was cleared for travel by the CDC. And I keep hearing news stories about, like, on the news and on conservative radio where they're screaming at the government for screwing up, for having, the government's like, they're incompetent and they're allowing this nurse to travel, and all these fucking paranoid freaks and the tinfoil hat morons think the whole thing is a fucking conspiracy. But, here's the truth, folks, all right? There's a reason why only 2 people in America right now have caught this disease, okay? It's because Ebola is a very hard disease to catch, okay? It's only spread through bodily fluids, and only when that person is showing symptoms, all right? It's like the person in the communicable stage is not hard to spot, all right? They're usually projectile vomiting and have, volcano diarrhea and can't walk because they're in fucking pain, all right? That's when it's like communicable, okay? You can't get it from just touching someone. It's not like the flu where you just sneeze in someone's general direction and they catch it. It's not airborne, all right? You have to, like, get their shit on your hands in order to get it. And then even or blood or whatever, like, say you did get that. Say that did happen. Some dude just walked up to you in the street and puked on you and said, I have Ebola or whatever. Say that did happen. It has to get inside of your body, right? It has to get past your skin. It has to go in through your eyes or your nose or your mouth or a cut in your skin or something, and then you catch it, all right? If you just wash your hands, like when you're, handling people who have the flu, you're not going to get it, all right? And that's why, okay? I mean, soap and water can kill this fucking virus, all right? That's why travel bans have not been in place from West Africa, okay? That's why when the guy, Eric Duncan, checked himself into the hospital here, the only people who's actually caught it from him have been nurses who have, like, treated him when he was showing symptoms during this stage, right? His friends and family didn't catch this fucking disease. Why is that? Because you can't pass it to somebody, in those early stages, all right? I mean, unless you're French kissing the guy or some shit, It's a joke, okay? I mean, this is why the CDC gave the green light to that nurse, and her name was Amber Joy Vinson, right? They allowed her to travel to Ohio to see her relatives. Why? Because she wasn't showing symptoms of the disease. When she started showing symptoms, they put her in the hospital, okay? I mean, it's bullshit, all right? It's bullshit, and it's fear-mongering, okay? The TV news is screaming Ebola 24/7, not because you're in any danger, but because it gets them ratings. That's why they're doing it, okay? The Republicans and the conservative radio show assholes, talking heads and everything, they're trying to turn this into a political scandal. I mean, I'm already seeing, like, political cartoons and stuff and trying to blame this on Obama and saying the CDC is screwed up. They're trying to turn this into a scandal because we have an election next month, right? And when people feel scared, they either vote for the opposition or they don't vote. Right, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to scare people into not fucking voting, because when people don't vote, the Republicans win elections. It's bullshit, all right? The fucking NWO tinfoil hat dipshits are, like, losing their minds, and, like, they think that this whole thing is a plot by fucking commie Illuminati Jews and stuff to, like, depopulate mankind so Obama can take your guns away. None of this shit, none of this is doing anything to help the actual real people whose lives are being destroyed because of this disease, all right? It's counter-fucking-productive, all right? It's hysteria, and it's not helping, okay? And the thing is that, one day, right, shit might actually hit the fan here in America, right? One day there might actually be a reason to be afraid. And I can only, I hate to think about what would actually happen if this were, like, for real an emergency, okay? If we really did have the same kind of deaths and the same kind of numbers that's going on in West Africa, I really, it makes me afraid for America that people are so fucking stupid. It's Ah, my God, dude. I don't even know. Just if you buy into this shit, you're an idiot. All right, that's all I gotta say. If you're afraid because of Ebola right now, you're a fucking moron. And just go kill yourself. Jump off a bridge, kill yourself. Seriously, stick your head in a microwave oven. You know, get in your car, drive really fast into a brick wall, eat a whole bottle of sleeping pills, you know, cover yourself in fucking hamburger and jump into the lion cage at the zoo, something like that. Just kill yourself, because if you're afraid, then you're fucking an idiot, and we're all much better off without you. So, adios, folks.